Hey there! If you're expecting a Social Security payment between now and the end of the year, you need to watch this because December 28th might be your payday, but only if you qualify. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. Social Security doesn't pay everyone on the same day. The Social Security Administration spreads payments throughout the month based on your specific birth date, and missing out on crucial eligibility details could cost you money you're rightfully owed. Here's what you need to know. Most people receiving Social Security get paid on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of each month. That means if your birthday falls between the 21st and 31st, December 28th is when your payment hits your account. But, and this is critical, there are specific groups who get paid on completely different dates. If you filed for benefits before May 1997, collected both Social Security and SSI benefits, or live outside the U.S., your payment schedule is totally different. And with the holiday season here, payment timing gets even trickier. January 1st is a federal holiday, which means SSI recipients got their January payment early on December 31st. The 2.8% COLA increase took effect this month too, meaning your December check might be higher than you expected. But here's the problem. Thousands of Americans don't know if they're getting paid on the 28th, and they're missing out on verified payment information that could be the difference between a happy holiday and financial stress. That's exactly why we created this breakdown for you. Like this video right now, if you want to know exactly when your payment is coming and whether you qualify, and don't miss the eligibility checklist coming up, it's a game changer. Full YouTube script, getting a Social Security payment on December 28th. Check eligibility now. Alright, so let's dive right into this because if you're one of the millions of Americans counting down the days until your Social Security payment hits your account, you've probably already marked December 28th on your calendar. But here's the thing, and I want you to really hear this. Not everyone who's expecting money on December 28th is actually going to get it. Some people will get it earlier. Some people won't get it on that date at all. And the difference between knowing this and not knowing, it could literally mean you miss out on money you've already earned, or worse, you panic thinking your payment got lost when it's actually coming on a completely different day. Let me break this down in a way that actually makes sense, because the Social Security Administration's payment system is more confusing than it needs to be, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how it works, who gets paid when, and most importantly, how to figure out if December 28th is your payment day. Here's the reality of how Social Security works in 2025. The Social Security Administration doesn't pay 69 million people on the same day. That would be absolute chaos for the banking system. Instead, they've created this system based on your birth date that spreads payments out across the entire month. And the way it breaks down is pretty straightforward once you understand it. If you filed for Social Security after May 1997, and this is crucial, your payment always comes on a Wednesday. Not just any Wednesday, but a specific Wednesday based on when you were born. So let me explain the birth date system. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of any month, you get paid on the second Wednesday of each month. That means in December, if you were born between the 1st and 10th, your payment came on December 10th. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th of any month, you're a third Wednesday person. That was December 17th this month. And finally, if you were born between the 21st and the 31st of any month, you're a fourth Wednesday person. That's when December 28th falls. December 28th is the fourth Wednesday of December, which means if your birthday is between the 21st and 31st of the month and you filed for benefits after May 1997, then yes, December 28th is your payment day. Congratulations. You're definitely getting paid that day. Your money should be hitting your account on December 28th, assuming everything is running normally and there are no issues with your account. But, and this is a big but, there are some groups of people who don't follow this Wednesday system at all. And this is where a lot of confusion happens. If you filed for Social Security before May 1997, you're actually on a completely different schedule. You get paid on the 3rd of every single month, no matter what day of the week that is. So even though December 28th is the fourth Wednesday, you wouldn't be getting paid on that day if you filed before May 1997. You would have already gotten your December payment way back on December 3rd. That was a Wednesday in December, and that's when your money came through. There's also this interesting group of people who receive both Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. If that's you, here's how it works. Your Social Security still comes on the 3rd of the month if you started before May 1997. But if you started after May 1997, you still follow the Wednesday schedule based on your birth date. Your Social Security and SSI payments actually come on different days, which can be confusing if you're not paying attention. Now let's talk about SSI recipients specifically because December is a really unusual month for them this year. SSI normally gets paid on the 1st of every month. So in December, SSI recipients got their regular December payment on December 1st. But here's where it gets interesting. January 1st, 2026 is a federal holiday, New Year's Day. Because of that, the Social Security Administration moved the January SSI payment early, way early. They pushed it to December 31st. That means SSI recipients are actually seeing two payments in December, one on the 1st and one on the 31st. The second payment is technically your January benefit, not extra money, but it does mean you're getting paid twice in the same month, which is something to keep in mind for your budget planning. But let's refocus on you and whether December 28th is actually your payment day. The key question is, when did you file for benefits? If it was before May 1st, 1997, you're definitely not getting paid on December 28th. You got your December payment on December 3rd. If you filed after May 1st, 1997, then your birth date determines everything. Specifically, the day of the month you were born. Think about it. When's your birthday? Was it in the 3rd week of the month? Between the 21st and 31st? If yes, then you're that 4th Wednesday person, and December 28th is absolutely your day. Here's something else that matters, and a lot of people don't think about this. What if your normal payment day falls on a weekend or a holiday? The Social Security Administration has a rule for that. If your payment date would normally be on a Saturday or Sunday, you get it on the Friday before instead. And if it would fall on a federal holiday, you get it on the closest weekday before that holiday. This is really important because it means sometimes your payment can shift by a few days depending on how the calendar lines up. The good news is that December 28th is a regular Wednesday in 2025, not a holiday, so there's no shifting or complications. If December 28th is your normal payment day, it's happening on December 28th. No delays, no early payments, no pushing it to a different day. It's straightforward. Now let's talk about something that actually affects a lot of people, the amount of money you're getting. In 2025, Social Security benefits increased by 2.5% thanks to what's called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. The average Social Security payment for retirement beneficiaries was around $2,008 per month in 2025. But that 2.5% increase only applied to payments issued starting in January 2026. Your December payments, including the one potentially coming on December 28th, still reflect the 2025 benefit rates. So if you're expecting more money because you heard about the COLA increase, you won't see that boost until your January payment. It's frustrating, but that's how the system works. The increase doesn't kick in until the new year. Let me be honest with you about something else that's really important. What if you're one of those people who still hasn't received a payment you should have gotten? What if you missed one or it didn't show up? The Social Security Administration's official guidance says this: if you don't get your payment on the expected date, allow 3 additional mailing days before you contact them. 3 days. That means if you're expecting your payment on December 28th and it doesn't show up, wait until December 31st. If it still hasn't arrived by January 2nd, then it's time to reach out and figure out what's going on. The way the Social Security Administration recommends you check on your payment is pretty simple. First, check your bank account directly or your Direct Express debit card if that's how you receive benefits. 99% of Social Security beneficiaries get their payments electronically through direct deposit or a Direct Express card these days, so your money should be there electronically. Don't expect a paper check. The system is almost entirely digital now. If you still somehow receive paper checks, yes, you'll need to allow additional mailing time, but that's the exception, not the rule. If your payment hasn't shown up after those 3 extra days, you absolutely should call the Social Security Administration directly. The number is 1-800-772-1213. That's the main Social Security hotline. There's also a TTY number if you're deaf or hard of hearing, 1-800-325-0778. When you call, have your Social Security number ready and information about your account. The people on that line are used to dealing with payment questions, and they can investigate what happened to your money immediately. If the payment is actually due and for some reason you didn't receive it, they will replace it. That's a promise from the Social Security Administration. But here's something else you should do while we're talking about this. Update your account information on the My Social Security website if you haven't already. You can create a secure account on ssa.gov, and you can manage your personal Social Security information right there. You can update your direct deposit information, check the status of any claims you've filed, and see important payment information. This is especially important if you've moved recently or changed banks. If your banking information isn't current in the Social Security system, your payment might go to an old account or a closed account, and that creates a huge headache. Taking 15 minutes to log in and verify your information could literally save you from missing a payment. Also, if you live outside the United States, your payment schedule is completely different from what I've been describing. International beneficiaries follow a totally separate system, and payments usually go out earlier in the month. If you're receiving Social Security while living abroad, you should definitely double-check your specific payment schedule, because the birth date system I've been explaining doesn't apply to you. Here's the real bottom line on all of this. December 28th is a payment day for millions of Americans who were born between the 21st and 31st of any month and filed for benefits after May 1997. If that's you, your money is coming. But make absolutely sure you know when you filed. If you filed before 1997, you already got paid on December 3rd. Don't sit around wondering about December 28th if that's not your day. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, check your My Social Security account or call that 1-800 number. There's no such thing as a silly question when it comes to money you've earned and depend on. One more thing before we wrap up: eligibility. We've talked a lot about payment dates, but let's touch on eligibility itself. Are you eligible for Social Security in the first place? The basic requirement is that you've worked and paid into the Social Security system for at least 10 years. That's 40 work credits. If you haven't reached that threshold, you're not eligible for retirement benefits. You might be eligible for other benefits like spousal benefits if you're married to someone who qualifies, or survivor benefits if you lost a family member, but not retirement benefits on your own. If you're not sure whether you've worked long enough, that's another thing you can check on your My Social Security account. You can see your complete earnings history going back decades. Your age matters too. The earliest you can claim Social Security retirement benefits is 62 years old. Some people claim at 62, but your payment is reduced significantly, about 30% less than if you'd wait until full retirement age. Full retirement age right now for most people is somewhere between 66 and 67, depending on when you were born. If you wait until 70, your payment gets even bigger, about 24% larger than your full retirement age amount. It's a complex calculation that depends on your specific situation, your life expectancy, and what you need financially right now. But the point is, you have to be at least 62 to get retirement benefits. December 28th is coming up fast, and if that's your payment day, you should be getting your money in just a few days. Make sure your account is set up correctly, make sure your banking information is current, and make sure you understand your payment schedule. If December 28th isn't your day, now you know exactly when your payment is coming. And if you have any questions, any doubts, anything that doesn't feel right with your payment, don't hesitate to reach out to Social Security directly. They're there to help, and they deal with these questions every single day. Your retirement depends on this money working correctly, so it's absolutely worth your time to make sure everything is set up right. Stay informed, stay ahead, and make sure you're getting every penny you've earned.